Alright, we're back again, this time with a game called Cherry Rescue. So this is an extremely short game. 10-minute estimate for this game. This is probably one of the first Game Boy Studio platformers that came out. And made by Graphics Kid. I know this is a horror marathon and I apologize, but this is a very cute game. But to master the controls for this game is hard. It's an easy game casually, but to speedrun this game at some of the speed that you have to go for certain stages is exceptionally difficult because of the speed in which your character can run at and the little bit of input delay that it has when we are trying to do something. So, with that, we'll start with the story of Cherry Rescue here. There's the Cherry. There's our girlfriend. Our name is Barry, as you do. And there's Wario's, or I guess Mario Castle from Super Mario Land. And now we're about to go into Grasslands in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here we go, we got Cherry Rescue. We got some of the bugs. Some of the bugs should look pretty familiar if you've played a handful of Game Boy games. The big things about this game to note is that things are very floaty. And it's one-hit deaths in this game. So if we get hit by anything at all, we are dead and have to start the entire stage over again. There are no checkpoints with the exception of the final stage. We need to hope that we don't get hit by the final boss, because we have to do a very long vertical segment if we... Right? Now we're just going to go through here. So this thing, if you've ever played Trip World before for the Game Boy, you can kind of compare this game a little bit to Trip World, where there isn't a lot of sprites in the actual game itself. But like I said, to master the controls is very hard. So this stage here, you're supposed to talk to each individual NPC here to understand what's going on and like where to go in the castle. We've played this game a few times, so we're not going to talk to any of those NPCs at all. Then we are just going to climb up ahead here, do a skip on those gumdrop shots there, and we do that by jumping on that bug's head and holding on the B button to get a bit of a boost jump. We can make that one quick reaction time there. We want to jump onto those ladders as well too, because if we don't make some of the times, and those little P shots can get a little close together. This is probably the hardest stage in the game. It's the Dark Mine, and if we're not careful where we're falling, we can just fall right onto spikes or those enemies that are black with a black background, which makes it incredibly difficult to see them. The nice thing about Cherry Rescue though is it doesn't have any continues or lives or anything like that. So if you died during the gameplay, you just continued from the stage you kept dying on. So in the next stage, you're going to see me do a lot of twisting in the air. This is because we're going to do basically very small platform jumping moving forward. And the way the game physics work is when you are moving forward and you're jumping, once you land, you still take about 3 or 4 steps in that direction. And those 3 or 4 steps will knock you off of that platform and let you fall into the pit of spike. Just like that. There's the speed jump I was talking about. So you can see how fast Cherry runs with the speed. And with that speed also comes the added momentum with the run as well too. So the 3 or 4 steps that you had when you were doing the jumps, now you have probably 6 to 7 steps that you need. It doesn't. We don't need no platform. It makes it incredibly difficult, and once you land, there's like a half second of delay time before you can jump again. Just because of the landing sequence. These are the small platforms I'm talking about. And there we got some spikes. Here we go. We got a very short platform segment because we've got to go vertical. Now we are in basically the Metroid climb once you've beaten Mother Brain. In that square, there's supposed to be a pea shooter as well too, but depending on how you spawn into that screen and how you go into that next screen right there, you can actually despawn the. If you've never played this game, I definitely suggest it. The jumping looks somewhat easy, but to go fast while jumping is not super easy to do. So here's our bird. The chef bird has a gun. Don't know why, but he has a gun, and he's mad that we're up there, and he knows that we're trying to save our girlfriend. And this is probably one of the toughest boss fights. See all night. Oh, told you, toughest boss fight you'll see all night. We gotta do the vertical segment again. There we go. Oh, the bullet almost just shot us right in the face there. There we go, get our key. There we go. Toughest boss fight you'll see all night. We unlock the cage. The cage is gonna fall on the bird. There's our girlfriend. She's gonna be real happy. See? Real happy. And now we gotta go talk to her. We're gonna do it in true homebrew fashion, where we're gonna try and match the same frame as her. Let's say, we saved me from this wretched, stinky bird chef. Happy. Now she wants to go home. Once the game fades to white. Time. So again, this is one of the first adapters, especially in Game Boy homebrewing with Game Boy Studio. Very short game, very fun game, very easy game casually, but to master the controls, actually quite difficult. I believe the record for this game is like 3 minutes and 30 some seconds. And he's mastered the controls. Let's just say that. It's a very good run. It would be a very tough to beat that run. So, but yeah, that is Cherry Rescue. Go check it out. I believe it is on itch.io. Graphics Kid is the designer of the game. I want to say it's free as well too, so definitely go check it out. And with that, I'll be back again with Awesome Country. This is where things are gonna get a little weird.